4 ways to naturally boost your testosterone. And it's really 4 ways to feel amazing, to look better, to be more energized, be more confident, and to have more desire, more passion for life. With relationships, with your career, testosterone is associated with a number of different, very attractive things in life. So the question becomes, how can we do this? And for people like you and me, how can we do this naturally without injecting or without going on TRT or without using other drugs? The goal is natural and holistic and organic in nature. We tend to overcomplicate things. There's a great quote that says, life is really simple, but we just intend on making it complicated. I resonate with that so much. Knowing information is only as good as how we internalize it and then practice it externally, practice it in our day-to-day life. So that's why I'm making this video, to simplify it and to give you and I some direction to increase our energy, increase our focus, increase our confidence and passion for life. With that said, let's jump into it. Number 1 is get and stay in healthy rhythm. This has to do with your circadian rhythm, the 24-hour period, the day, the night, the day, the inhale, exhale. There's a certain rhythm to life. There's a certain rhythm that we see in nature, whether it be seasons or whether it be light and dark, death and life. It's a natural rhythm that we get to stay in rhythm with. And the more we stay in that natural rhythm, the better we feel, the better our biological process, our body, and other functions actually work. So practically speaking, that means to ideally get to bed at a decent time and a consistent time. Now, you may have a schedule that you're up late and you're sleeping in, like bartender, or you might have a sporadic schedule where you're traveling a lot. But the point being is, as much as you can, get into a consistent sleep routine and prioritize sleep. So the first thing starts with rest. We often want to do and do all these actions to boost metabolism, boost testosterone, boost our physiques. But it starts with rest. It starts with sleep. It starts with proper rhythm in terms of movement, but rest. Unwinding from the day. Find a yoga flow, find a stretch routine. It doesn't have to be super advanced. I'm a big fan of 1% better daily increments. I think the stretch routine that I would find most useful is find a place on the ground and do some downward dogs, do some upward dogs, grab your toes, stretch your groin, and just get into a simple flow that you can repeat and then get your body into a state of restfulness and relaxation. So in summary, more rest equals more test. Number 2 is diet. So the best way to improve your test from a diet perspective is to focus on eating real foods. Eat more real foods, eat more God-made foods. The trick is to shop on the outskirts of the grocery aisle to avoid the snacks and kind of less nutrient-dense foods in the middle. Meats, cheeses, fruits, veggies, water, coconut water, all these things are very healthy for you, and they will be pretty much as a byproduct have proteins, have healthy fats in them, and you'll be getting your body what it needs from a nutrient standpoint. You will be more satiated, and you're actually getting the nutrients your body needs to be able to be healthy, be strong, and be full of energy for your day. Another point to make is dropping excess body fat is a great way to boost your testosterone. The more body fat we tend to keep, the less testosterone we produce. And so maybe number 1 is to get into a deficit, which means eat more real food, prioritize protein in every snack and every meal, and dial in movement, dial in daily steps. If you can shave off that extra 10% body fat, you will by definition boost your testosterone through the roof. All right, number 3 is train. I'm a big fan. If you follow me for any length of time, you know me, and my priority is building muscle. I train with a barbell. I train with my body, with pull-ups. I train with dumbbells. I train with kettlebells. But the bottom line is, no matter what modality, what piece of equipment I'm using, even if it's just sprints, my main goal is building muscle, maintaining muscle I have and building more of it. The more muscle you have, the more energy you tend to have, the longer your life and the quality of life you'll be. We want to be fit for life. We want to be able to be functional and play with our kids, play with our grandkids, and to be able to enjoy life and go hiking and go do stuff and not just be fit in the gym, but to be fit for life. Another tip with the training is never skip leg day. I talk about this a lot too. If you are training legs, you're training squats, RDLs, lunges, split squats, Bulgarian split squats, hamstring curls. These things are great for your testosterone levels because the biggest muscles in your body are found in your legs. They're found in your lower body with your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. So the more you train legs, the more you tear down the muscle fibers, the more they rebuild back bigger and stronger, the more testosterone your body is going to produce, the healthier, more full of energy and confidence you will be. And last but not least is the management of stress. Cortisol plays a big role in reducing and stagnating, if that's a word, your testosterone levels. When we are chronically stressed, when we're chronically overstimulated, when we're always worrying or never just being still, we're always moving from one thing to the next, we're probably not sleeping well, and we're probably not in a healthy mental state. And so the first thing you can do along with resting and sleeping is this right here. I would say the way to master or manage your stress levels is to, number one, reframe your perception of stress. If you're like me, I tend to view stress as a bad thing. I'm like, I want to avoid stress at all costs. But the reality is stress is actually a good thing. Stress is good for you. It depends on how you perceive it, right? Because stress in the gym is actually the only way you get your muscles to grow. If you are not stressing, putting stress on your body, your physical body and your muscles, they don't grow. So I invite you to reframe how you view stress. See it as working for you. Secondly, it's really useful and helpful to have a practice of letting go. So as we reframe, stress is actually good for us if we can perceive it that way and use it that way. The same is true for the practice of letting go. There's things that happen in your day. There's tons of things that happen in your day for you that still need to be let go. If we are laying in bed thinking about all these things and they're playing back in our minds, we haven't fully let go of the day. And so for me, it's a simple few practices. One of them is a 3 deep breath prayer. And so I'll get alone, I'll be still, I'll get alone with God in the secret place, and I will allow things that happen in my day to come to the surface, whether it be a conversation that didn't go well, or maybe a client is having some serious issues, or maybe it's just something that didn't go in my favor and I wish I would have done it better and I'm just replaying it over and over again. I will very consciously and intentionally allow those feelings and emotions and thoughts to come to the surface, and I will breathe in peace and I will release all those things. And I'll do that twice more. I'll do it fully in breathing in peace and letting go. And when I can breathe in the breath of God, breathe in the peace of God, and let go of all those external, out of my control sort of things, I find myself a lot lighter. I find myself a lot more at peace. And I find myself in a lot better place to get really good quality sleep that night. So have the courage to let go, have the courage to not hold on to something that's not for you, and more importantly, have the courage to become and step into the person you were made to be. So that's really it. That's 4 ways to naturally boost your testosterone, your energy, your confidence, and your passion for life. If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend, comment below what resonated the most to you. I hope those 4 things will help you and help elevate your life and get you better results for your fitness, in your career, and most of all for the people around you, the people who matter most. Thanks for being on this journey with me. I appreciate you. I love you. I see you. And until next video, we'll see you then.